It's the first time we've ever featured this artist on our channel. Alert! BEAT.
It's from David, yeah?
That's police musician. He buy it. Is he buy it? Yeah.
Strange spaghetti in this solemn city.
Yeah, that's Steve Vai, all right.
That's wild teens in dark clothing with hands full of unaccounted napkins. Green apples and vans with sandwiches. Rush into the lobby line. Hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. For the archer keys that lead to new soap and envelopes.
I want to pause it. It's okay. I'll go back a little bit. We didn't get a write up for this, but this is sort of important. Okay. So Nathan, you and I have done this super group before. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I know it's been a while. We did King Crimson, and I believe, this is going to sound depressing. It might be worth investigating to do on our Patreon at some point later, but I think we did them a while back, but the video got lost in the early days of our recording. And when we were trying to do Vimeo and stuff, it was out there. I don't know if it's still out there or not somewhere. But King Crimson is notoriously brutal about blocking on YouTube, so we never got on YouTube. And this was the early days of Patreon, where we didn't know what we were doing and how to store things properly. Anyway, so King Crimson was an early, they're the pioneers of like a lot of prog rock. Okay, so what we have here is we have, of course, Steve Vai on guitar, Adrian Belew. He's the lead vocals and guitar. He is from King Crimson. He joined in '81, was the voice and the face of the '80s lineup on Discipline, the album Beat. And this is what we're hearing from. So he also played with Talking Heads, David Bowie, Frank Zappa. Now, Tony Levin, the reason why I recognize him and I love him, he's the bass. It's called the Chapman Stick. Remember, we talked about this, that bass. It's called the Chapman Stick, that funny looking flat, like,
okay.
He was Peter Gabriel's bassist. So I'm a huge Peter Gabriel fan. So the moment I saw him, I was like, okay, so I know Tony from Peter Gabriel, of course, Steve Vai on guitar. And then on drums is Danny Carey from Tool. So basically, you have two original 80s versions of King Crimson guys, Belew and Levin. Steve Vai, of course, the guitar god Steve Vai, and Danny Carey from Tool. So this is no matter what you think of the song, folks, I'm just saying these guys, these gentlemen are the masters at their instruments. And I believe this is a cover of King Crimson, but there's two members from the 80s version of King Crimson that are playing right now, and that's the singer and the sorry, David didn't provide it. It's not his fault, but that's
Chapman Stick. That's what that.
Yeah, that big thick bass that looks like his flat. It's called a Chapman Stick because I believe that's the creator of it, Chapman.
Hurry up and wait for the archer keys that lead to new soap and envelopes. New soap and envelopes.
it's also been a while since we've done a lot of prog, let alone King Crimson. And there's a reason why, and I'll just be like upfront with it. I found a lot of the prog stuff just was not resonating with me. It was hard for me to get into. And what I mean by that is anything that kind of feels very experimental. It's not that there's something wrong with it. I just was finding like, is this something I'm going to listen to ever again in my life? Right now, it doesn't have to be about that. That's not what this channel is about. It's not about, are we going to listen to this song again or not? That's not like the red line. But I found myself being pushed that way sometimes, where I felt like, do I like this or not? And I distanced myself from that and tried to really be more, objective. Objectively, these guys are fantastic. Like they're very talented. They know the instrument inside and out enough to be able to say, like, I'm not going to play, the 4-chord structure and give a song that everyone's going to like listen to tomorrow. So it is about it's jazz. Like prog is like rock with jazz, in my opinion. Prog rock is you take rock, you turn and you mix it with some jazz, and then you've got kind of a similar concept where you're improvising, you have like flow and things that change, and it's not necessarily about whether it sounds good. It's about, the art itself. I was just talking about something like this with a buddy of mine. Where does it land? I obviously, like I said, it's been a while since we've done this, so it's almost like it's I'm just getting those legs back again, and kind of like, right, like stop thinking about whether it sounds good or not, and just be focused on the composition and the instrumentation, and and that's what it is. I'll say it. I won't come back and listen to the song again, but I was glad that I saw that. It wasn't a waste of my time. I enjoyed seeing the presentation of that.
Okay, I can't lie, guys. This evening, my notes are all over the place. But when Ryan,
kind of like Prog,
kind of like always, but when Ryan stopped it, I don't know. I'm not sure you've ever stopped a song, but I think
but not with you. Yeah,
it was very important because you could feel the energy of every single one of those people being a master at the instrument that they were playing, and that is 100% sure. Sometimes I feel like when there's so much talent in one space, it doesn't work necessarily. Like it's not that they're competing with each other, but it might just not like be 100% in alignment. The part in the middle was very beautiful. The guitar solo, Hurry Up and Wait. That is an interesting thing for me. I always feel like that is what life is like for us. It's like, hurry up and wait. It's like, you're like swerving and then you end up at a red light, and it's like you're rushing and then you end up in a line. I thought the Chapman, what is it, Ryan? The Chapman Stick?
The Chapman Stick. That's Tony Levin's bass. It's called the Chapman Stick. Yeah.
You could just feel the difference in the sound, and I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, I get it. Prog is tough at the end of the day. So King Crimson, that's their genre of music, is pretty much prog, and they're a huge legacy and influence from this band. I mean, we could spend hours dissecting, talking about everything they've done. Again, Nathan and I'll see if I can find it. Boy, it's lost in the YouTube somewhere or on our Patreon somewhere. We did their first album, 1969's The Court of the Crimson King was the name of that album. We loved it. We had fun. I think we had a lot of fun. I think they got more proggy-ish as time went on. And it's funny, actually, you brought that up about not that they're competing the way that, but it's like our channel. There's so much talent on our channel that sometimes, none of our voices get heard because there's so much talent on the mic here.
Yeah.
But the idea is you're kind of correct about that to some degree. When you have these people who are so good at what they do, it's how do you say it? It's not that it takes away the character of it. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like they're not a garage band.
Like they're all so in their zone and so masterful at their zone that like maybe they're not, and it's like doesn't feel intentional. It's more like maybe they're just not in sync with each other because they're so in sync with themselves and their instrument. Does that
I think that's Prog. No, yeah, that's Prog. Prog is sort of like Nathan and I did a Yes song way back, and that was one of the things we said. It was a live performance, funny enough, and I remember saying something to the effect.
Remember this?
Yeah, I remember saying something to the effect of like, I feel like in that video performance, they were competing. It was almost like, look what I can do.
Yeah.
Look what I can do. Look, and they can. And the thing is, they can.
Mhm.
But the interesting thing about this song is I get that they're good. I get it. You're really good. You're really good at what you do. The best part of the song was Steve Vai at the end with a little bit more of the rock and roll solo feel to it. Where there's a little bit more flow to it. And with the drumming by Danny at the end, had more of a little flow. I've said this before about rock and roll. I just like to go, yeah, I admit I like the 4 chord. Look, there's a reason why the Beatles were the Beatles, right? There's sometimes it's okay just to have the 4 chords of the truth, as Jimi Hendrix said, right? 4 chords of the truth. And this is what I mean. So I don't need to be impressed. I just want to be entertained.
You're just a simpleton that is...
I know I'm a simple. And people that are King Crimson fans, let me reiterate again that here's for example. So the bassist, the Chapman Stick bassist, Tony Levin, I love him and I love Peter Gabriel, and he played on every single Peter Gabriel record. On this for King Crimson, he's just showing, look what I can do with Peter Gabriel. I'm tapping my foot a little bit more. All right.
Well, there you go. That was a blast from the past. If you're interested in trying to school us in our prog ways, there's always a way to do that. You just go to the link in the description.
Thank you, David, by the way. David, thank you,
Thanks,
David.
David.
Thank you, David.
And we'll see you in the next one.